In hindsight, this was a pretty stupid idea, but not even close to the idea of buying this cheap diesel Super Duty. Hey guys, I'm Sam Crack and I've been gambling again at the auction, and this one has to be my worst deal as of late. After a couple years of towing regularly with my gas F250 and a recent trip to the auction with my stepmother where she made it very clear that she could use a big truck, I set out to find a diesel-powered Ford pickup. The only problem? Trucks are getting ridiculously expensive right now. 200,000 miles, 6.7 Powerstrokes are selling for over 20 grand. So when this one popped up for half of that on the surface, I thought it was a bargain. The first red flag should have been obvious. These two pictures were the only pieces of information provided by the auction before buying. There was no condition report, the listing didn't say whether it ran or drove. All I saw were these two photos and nothing else. The VIN popped up a few owners, mainly in Texas and Florida, so I figured there wouldn't be any rust, and there wasn't. But as I'm about to find out, that should have been the least of my concerns. I still feel a little scammed on this one, and to make matters worse, right after picking this car out from the auction, I paid for both the Jake and Logan Paul fights, and then my friend Rich told me he was coming into town and needed a place to stay. At this point, my luck is running really thin, and I could use all the help that I could get, so if you could do me a favor and hit the subscribe button below, and ring the bell if you want to be notified of my next cheap auction gamble, which is actually the new sports car I picked up Rich from the airport with.
Who said that you could eat in this car, Rich? And you got an open container too?
Who does that now?
Since Rich made it seem like he was just passing through, I thought it would be no big deal to let him stay for a quick 24 hours. But in typical fashion, he damaged my latest auction purchase like he did with my Range Rover.
Uh-oh.
The rare pizza delivery car, and my old Tesla. And as you'll see in a moment, the aftermath of this cactus destruction was quite messy, and Rich's antics made me really stressy, but it wasn't a big deal since I was wearing my Vessies, my favorite shoes whether I'm feeling casual or dressy. What sets Vessi apart from your current kicks is that they're waterproof. Made with Dymatex material, they're super breathable, keeping your feet cool and comfortable, but also completely dry, which is amazing when I work on my cars outside and get caught in the rain. Never again will you be a prisoner to wet socks and soaked shoes that stay saturated for days on end. Vessies are legit 100% waterproof, not water resistant, which I'd imagine is a godsend during the wet, snowy months in northern states. I find it incredible that these are as waterproof as a rubber boot, but are actually comfortable and breathable.
I'm very particular about the shoes that I wear, and I've really been enjoying these Vessies, and no matter how much work I put them through or how dirty I get them, the best part is that you can just rinse them off and they come out looking like brand new. Right now when you visit vessi.com/samcrack or click the link in the description box, you're gonna get $25 off your very own pair of Vessies when you use code SAMCRACK at checkout. Again, that's at vessi.com/samcrack, and I want to give them a huge thanks for sponsoring this video. It's a truck, so you would think it would stick out pretty well.
There's a bunch of trucks here. You've already seen 3 cars. You were like, oh, there it is.
Well, that one, hold on, what's that over there? There's a truck. That's not it. That's a F-150. This one says knives on it. What's that about? Oh man, we didn't even know it goes this deep. This is. So I got a question. If I really just want to trade it for that Range Rover right there, what do I got to do? Kidding. Nobody wants that Range Rover. Yeah. There it is. Hey, it looks all right.
You know what, Sam? It's not that bad looking.
You guys want to know if it runs or not? Come on. We got to see. Let's see. All right, come on. You get in, Mason. The seat needs a little help, but oh, there we go.
Oh, look at that. You got
like a dream, man.
This has one check engine light and ABS light and a traction control light.
Does it?
So after tracking down the truck at the auction lot with the help of Austin, we were just down the street from Eurocharge in Orlando, so I stopped by really quick to say hi, and we plugged in their diagnostic scanner to uncover a ton of trouble codes, something I'd expect to see on an old BMW and not on a base model Ford pickup. One of the more significant codes was for a failed fuel injector and a clogged diesel particulate filter. Even with all the codes, the truck would still start and idle, though it was in a limp mode. I drove it home cautiously and took a closer look.
Well, considering every light on the dashboard is on, it did make it home about 100 miles, which is good. But when I was in the Eurocharge parking lot taking a closer look at this car while they had it hooked up to the code reader, it's in awful shape. And I want to say I got had, like it's that bad. So it's going to start right where the cab meets the bed, and you can get a little hint of overspray on this black trim right here. But when you get real close, specifically in the lower sides, This whole entire bed has been reshaped with body fill, and you can kind of see, get real close here. I don't know if it's tough. Can you see this kind of like yellow line? They've sculpted the entire lower end of the bed into the rocker here. Now, if this was a truck that was up north, I'd say that's pretty normal, because up north trucks, salt and snow, you've got rockers that rust out on these Fords. It's like a notorious thing, but this truck was in Texas first, and then Florida. South Texas. This, as a matter of fact, might have been a border patrol truck. That's probably why it's in such bad shape. But this is all Bondo. And then about the cheapest spray job that anybody could do. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody did rattle cans. Now, looking from like a few feet away, so if cameraman, you go 5-10 feet away where you can see the whole truck, you would notice that it's a complete mismatch, and it's white, so it's one of those colors that doesn't stand out. But this side of the bed is in bad shape. Wait till you see the opposite side of the bed. It's even worse. But the tailgate is kind of messed up here. Look at the black here. So obviously I have a very similar truck. That's definitely not what the plastic looks like factory. Someone rattle canned this, and it doesn't even open. It's stuck shut. I put the key in there. This is stuck. So I'm sure we could figure that out if we really wanted to, but I don't think this truck is worth spending a lot on, at least not yet. Aftermarket rear bumper that's been bashed up a little bit. I think that this cost $600 or $700 when it was new. Used, I couldn't imagine it's worth any more than a regular used OEM one. Now look at this. Just come up right to this FX4 logo, which I'm thinking is fake, because this is not an FX4 truck. You can see all the paint chipping around here. This is the factory paint right here, and then look at all around it. It is just awful. And then we come to the lower side of the bed again, and look at the texture on this side. Now I want to give credit, whoever did this sculpting, okay, actually sculpted the lines pretty good, but the finishing job was awful. It's like they spent a ton of time on the body work, and they even got the lines in here, which must have been completely gone. If you look really close inside, that doesn't even look like regular Bondo. That looks like it was fiberglass Bondo. They went and just sculpted the heck out of all this. And then they used a rattle can is what it looks like. Look at how textured. This is like sandpaper here. And the whole side of the bed, like I'm telling you, has been resprayed in the cheapest paint possible. And then it even extends over to the rear of the cab. So look, they just did this half. They didn't sand anything here because it's peeling off. I mean, just deplorable shape. So both fenders are all bashed up too. If you guys have any idea what this truck would have been doing in South Texas, let me know in the comment section below. I mean, besides a dent here, which considering everything is no big deal, look at the lower fender. It's all been trashed, and they tried to make it as straight as possible. You can see that it's been repainted and filled. It's kinked in here. It's like this truck was doing like stunt jumps or something. It's just awful. But there's one redeeming factor, one really redeeming factor. It's got brand new Michelin tires. I mean, I can't believe it. They even put some like cheap Chinese tire on it. All 4 brand new Michelins in like really nice shape. So far, even though I paid probably about half of what a good condition this trim truck would cost, I think I'd have to put that other half back into it just to get it in decent enough cosmetic shape. And we haven't even jumped under the hood yet. Now, when we looked underneath here at Eurocharge, it all looks pretty new. It looks like this huge radiator was replaced at one time because it's pretty clean for 170,000 miles. But I did notice something else real quick just now, and that's something that's pretty big and probably contributing to a bunch of our codes. Get over there, look. The fuse box top is missing, and if you look all the way in the back corner there, look, that's a relay that's been busted open. So I mean, again, you could have something simple there, but considering how dirty it is under the engine bay, I think a lot of dirt and grime has got in there. It could be causing electrical issues, why we have so many trouble codes for, you know, what I would like to think is probably a simple truck. The diesel adds to it a bit. Now check this out. I think this is like a PCV hose, and I started looking in this area because one of the codes was for the filter that's housed in here, and then I saw this oil mess. So there's oil weeping from something, and then just because this car's been in a dirty environment, the dirt is sticking everywhere. Now, the fuel injector that's also having an issue, I believe, is on this bank, and so I got real close in here. Can you even see the valve cover? It is caked in oil. Every single one of these lines, caked. So there's a massive oil leak, probably coming from multiple places, at least on this side. Let's check out the other side. and it very well could be contributing to electrical issues. So it's near impossible to see this side, but just look, every connector, everything is disgusting under this truck. Now, the fact that this is all caked in oil, could it be leading to, again, electrical issue, something shorting out? Possibly. Definitely have a failed fuel injector, that's for sure. But I don't even think it's worth throwing a single fuel injector into this truck. I want to hear from you guys and let me know, even though this truck was so cheap and it is the most desirable 6.7 Powerstroke, should we even consider repairing it? Now, out of all the bad things here, if we could consider this a redeeming quality, like I said, we got the toolbox, that's like $500-600. Used, what is it, a couple $100 on Facebook Marketplace or something. This front grille costs like $1,600. It's really nice looking. I'm sure when it was brand new, it'd be really nice looking. This one is all beat up. Part of the grill is all bent up and busted off down there. So again, I don't think it would bring in a lot. I think it's pretty dented in. Yeah, I want to like try and be optimistic. Like I'm going to pull some parts off this truck, sell it to recoup what I might lose. Maybe there's a chance I break even considering how expensive trucks are right now. I am going to clean. Let's go ahead and degrease all that oil mess on the valve cover here on the driver's side and see if we could see anything better, if it makes a difference. But I don't know, there's just a ton of work to be put into this truck to make it something that's like halfway decent. You know, I forget that this thing has 4-wheel drive, which is obviously a huge selling point on trucks. So let's just see, does it work? It says for 4x4 low. Oh, we don't want low, we want 4x4 high. Shift in progress, let's see. the 4-wheel drive system doesn't even work. It says check 4x4. I don't know if that doesn't mean it works, but there's a problem with it. Let's say that. Then the other thing is, you know, I drove this all the way home. It's severely out of alignment. We'll check underneath, but it rides awful. All of the shocks are shot, so I would say it needs probably an entire brand new suspension, which isn't super expensive. You're replacing basically just like stock style shocks, but again, is it worth it? We got to do all 4 corners on the pickup truck, plus a bunch of mechanical repairs, plus figure out all of the electrical issues, plus the 4-wheel drive system. I think I keep answering my own question here. Is the truck worth saving? It's not worth saving, I don't think. Look, I've got a light on it so you can see, just look how disgusting all of those fuel lines are. There might actually be a diesel leak now that I'm thinking about it, but the truck runs too decent enough to where I don't think there's an actual fuel leak itself, but who knows? There's just so many things wrong with it. All right, I've got degreaser all over all this. Let's try and blast some of it off. I'm not quite sure what the purpose of this part of the video is. I guess you could say we're just trying to increase the resale value of the truck by cleaning up all the dirtiness here. So as far as the interior goes, like if you look at it from here, look, that looks brand new. It's when you come to the driver's seat that's all torn up. It's not a big deal because they make these covers. You could just buy the upper and lower cover. The foam is all pretty decent. And then the steering wheel is all trashed as well. Again, something that's really common on these base model trucks. You can replace this again, probably a couple $100, probably about $400 or $500 between the front seat and this. But then you've also got a big tear in this plastic floor. I'm guessing that's another $150 if you want to replace the skin area there. Everything is just a couple $100. So a couple $100 here, a couple $100 there. It's when we start getting under the hood that's going to cost a fortune. And then another consistent thing with this truck is, look, all the fuse boxes have been messed with too. Something I hate to see when you pick up a car at the auction. So we've got the tire pressure monitoring light on. That's no big deal. Airbag light on. That's kind of a deal. ABS light on and the advanced track light on. That's like your traction control. Both of those probably have to do with each other. And then the check engine light as well. It's also telling us it needs an oil change. Geez, what does the oil look like? I wonder what the oil looks like. All right, let's go underneath here. You can see it's definitely been in a dusty environment. That's probably the Texas in this truck, with just like dirt caked everywhere. Again, this radiator looks too clean though to be the original one. So does the one behind it. And I mean, so far the dirt is not what bothers me. But let's see here. Thing is clunking when you're, oh my god, look at how caked up all the grease is under here. Like there's a massive leak of diesel fuel or oil in there somewhere. This cover is all caked up. Let's go a little bit further back. The oil filter and the oil pan is all caked up too. Look at everywhere. Look at over here. The whole thing. I've not seen a BMW that's got this bad of an oil leak issue. Oh, look, it's right there. Look at this. Look at this. Is this where our clunk's coming from? Yeah, see, look, there's a bunch of, look at this. This is where our clunk is coming from. There's a bunch of play in this, and it's not even bolted in all the way. Geez, someone was definitely in here. Somebody had messed with this thing. So we got oil caked everywhere, and then we've got the dashboard telling us it needs an oil change. Jeez. All right, let's see. Oh, it's disgusting. This is disgusting. This hasn't been changed in a very long time. Let's even just check it though. Is it level? I mean, definitely has oil in there. This thing's been super neglected. Oh yeah, there's oil in there. It's just black. As beat as this truck is, I think it's got enough life left in it for just one more job.
My neighbor's been telling me about this 25-foot tall cactus in her front yard. It's been there a while and it's grown completely out of control. She's inquired to have it removed several times, but nobody wants to take the job. And when I told Rich about it, he said he could do it for $40 and a can of Arizona tea. He even offered to split the money with me as long as we use my new diesel pickup.
You cut that all using a steak knife.
Look at that. A knife.
You're really good, you know, people know you for those.
Never underestimate the power of a knife.
So Rich, we're gonna remove this entire, what does this gotta be, over 20-foot tall cactus.
With a knife.
With a knife and my new Ford Powerstroke.
Yeah.
That's awful. I think the knife is more reliable than that.
Seriously. Crank it, baby.
All right, let's see if this
Crank that like Soldier Boy.
Oh, it starts
Get right up.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
there you go.
This might be nicer than I thought. For the back.
You have to back it up anyways. Yeah, unless we could do a front bumper pull too. But here's the thing. I mean, you could actually do the front bumper pull. You get to see the cactus crushing your truck that way.
It might be fun, but
Let's do the front bumper. It's easy to pull in the front anyways.
is it gonna mess up that we're gonna hit the front of the...
You're gonna probably hit the front of the truck, yes.
What would you do? What would Rich do?
Front bumper pull.
Rich, that's a bad idea.
No, it's not.
It's a bad idea.
No, it's not. Listen to me. Trust me. I got this, Sam.
I'm not gonna hit this, am I?
No.
I'm not gonna hit this at all?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
not
You're fine.
hitting this?
You're fine. You're good.
Okay. Rich, it's like you've done this before.
I have. There's plenty of cacti where I live.
No, there's not. As a matter of fact, I think the people that own this house, they live up north, so when they moved to Florida, they thought that like this is what Florida life is all about, and it's definitely not what it's all about. So that's why we're getting rid of it. So we've got 2 ratchet straps and a steak knife.
Yeah, seriously.
We don't even have a pole saw or anything.
We're gonna do this, baby.
But luckily we got this beautiful, nice, expensive, I think I looked this up. This is like a $1,600 front grill guard.
That much?
Yeah, and somebody's already put it to work. So I think it should hold up pretty good. It's more or less the hood that I'm worried about.
Yeah, or the windshield.
Yeah, well, the windshield, you know.
Yeah, that is what it is.
I know of a good company that
You do?
does windshields, yeah.
All right, Sam.
They got like a really nice jingle. You know what I'm talking about?
Ding, ding, ding. No, no idea.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
anyway. All right.
So we're not gonna do the big piece because that's gonna be real. I think we should go up here.
Okay, let's do a test piece, yeah.
Do a test piece?
So we're not gonna get like the thick, yeah,
No,
Rich
I mean,
is saying let's start, well, I would say start small and work our way up,
All right,
yeah.
so let's do this one right in the middle.
Okay,
But the problem is, the idea is you want to go high.
Yeah.
But I can't go high because it'll slit my wrists, and that's not good.
no, well, just throw, yeah, we
You know what I
will.
mean? Like, I don't want to get.
I'm a little taller than you, Rich. You want me to do it? Oh, a ladder. You want to do a ladder? No, that's also, could you imagine the ladder falling? Look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at this. Hold on, Rich. I don't know. I mean, there's a reason why those ratchet straps have, you like that? You think that's, oh, whoa, I see what you're doing.
So you see what I mean?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Rich.
So
Okay.
You pull that,
Yeah.
and then.
Oh, we could go really long on the ratchet strap now.
Cut this piece right here.
Just
Look
rip
at this.
it.
If you pull this, it won't bring the whole damn earth down.
Yeah.
We just cut this section right here, and that'll crash right into the truck.
Well, no,
I mean,
we're gonna make.
we don't want that, right?
We're gonna go a little longer so it doesn't.
So we'll make
hopefully.
it longer, so we have a second one.
Yeah.
And we'll do that here.
What a great use for a really poorly owned truck, poorly
Maintained truck. It's a nice truck, Sam.
It's a decent truck that's been destroyed by someone. So we're gonna put it to use for what they used it for, which was destruction. I don't even know if we need, Rich, that's fine. We don't need a second ratchet strap for that.
Are you sure, Sam? That's pretty tall.
Look how long that strap is. I mean, it's about the length of that. Let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Look how easy it comes out. Look at this thing. Look at how big this thing is, Rich.
Maybe I should get on a more legitimate pair of shoes.
Okay.
I think I got the perfect pair for this.
What shoes?
My Vesties. But what I want to know is when we get it right here around this, will it just snap it? Oh, dude, that would be.
Dude, this
that's
one's gonna,
epic.
This one's gonna snap.
Listen,
What
the
do you
only
do?
thing I'm worried about. So let's get. The reason why I don't want to get it here yet, we'll do that. Like these ones would be fine, but we got to get the ones off the side. Otherwise, it's gonna fall right on this fence and destroy it.
Right here.
Yeah, I'd say get those ones because then we'll pull them straight back.
Right.
As a matter of fact, Rich, what do you think about putting it on this one? This might be a stupid idea.
What?
Put it on this one, and then we'll rip both of these, no?
I don't know. You have to give it a pre-cut. Like a slice. I want to do this one next. This is risky.
Oh, it's an easier one.
I think
No, we pull
the
it straight
truck
back.
should be here for that one.
A little bit over?
I think so. This could be a good one.
Well, yeah, I think that one's easy.
Because if you pull it back, it won't hit the house.
That was so successful. I think we just go right around this.
For the gusto?
Look at the thick piece right here. It's going to pull all of that.
Sam, this is risky.
That works so well. Rich and I are going to send it. We're literally putting it on the thickest part of the cactus. And look at, we're going from here, which has, what has that got? A bundle of 5 or 6 or 7 of these things coming off of it. Oh, man.
We'll send it, man. Go big or go
Look at how tall that, Rich, that's definitely going to hit the truck, you think? Probably not. Oh, man. Oh, man. Look at that.
That's a big piece, Sam. I'm going to give it a little slit just for persuasion with a knife.
Okay.
Just so it knows its role, you know?
Yeah. No, I don't even know. Well, yeah. You know what? Maybe if you give it that slit, let's go like lumberjack style and go on the side here so it doesn't fall on the fence. Give it an angle slit, and then
Yeah, as the whole thing falls.
yeah,
anyway.
get ready to move. I'm getting the heck out of here.
Actually, no, it's gonna go right through it. Just
Okay. All right, let's see Powerstroke. Oh, it hit the grill. It hit the grill guard. That was perfect.
All right, let's see what the damage is.
Oh man, look at it. Already looks way slimmer.
I'm telling you, man.
Oh, that's awesome. Let's go look.
Look at that. Rest in peace, little
Look at
cactus.
there it is. It scraped the hell out of the
It did,
grill,
but guess
that's
what?
Fine. That's
Guess
what
what?
it's for.
What was the point of this? I slid it and it still broke there.
That's amazing.
Not bad. It's like dragging a corpse. I don't know what that's like, but you know, my friend told me. Well, not my friend, but the movies I watch sometimes. Let's go higher on this one. That way it pulls the bunch together.
even. Rich, be careful.
Yeah, as it pulls the whole thing out. These things are fragile, man.
Yeah. All right, let me bring the truck up. Hey.
That was kind of cool.
What's the difference? Look at this, Rich.
Did it hold up well?
Super Duty. I don't see anything. I see a little bit of like moisture from the cactus right there, but otherwise,
It's not bad.
dude, this is pretty good, Sam. Yeah, and look, no fence hit yet. Talking too soon. We got to angle that last one. It's resting on.
This last one, we probably have to go from here. All right, let me do the thing.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna try Rich's idea here. Oh, Rich, look at that.
Yeah.
Teach me the ways. Oh.
There you go, right down, straight down.
Look, it's actually at a perfect angle, that one. That one didn't even come anywhere near us.
Nope.
Whoa. Almost died. I mean, these have held up really well.
They're not really meant for this, that's the only thing.
No, but they're working just fine. So I'll tow the car with it later.
I guarantee Sam's gonna strap a car with this like in 5 minutes.
All right, there we go. Around this, perfect. That's exactly where we want it, right there. We're gonna pull it. Yeah, that's it. Let me position the truck a little bit different.
I'll pull it to keep it hot.
I think we should just do this one by hand.
Then it's gonna fall on you. You can do it if you want. I'll back up over here.
Okay. All right, so we'll leave that there.
I'll pull it tight. Yeah.
Let me bring the truck over just a little bit. This is the one. We did it with little damage to the fence.
Nice
we only
job,
destroyed
man.
the Super.
Oh my gosh, that's done. This thing is done, man.
Oh, that's it. In typical fashion, Rich comes into town and destroys one of my vehicles. So thank you very much. We were gonna take the truck, but we can't now. We are headed to your favorite pastime here in the state of Florida. That is
Caucasian Festival 2021.
Rich. It's the Amelia Island Concord Elegance, the best car show.
That's another name for it, yes.
Yeah, and well, let's go over there and just do me a favor and keep a low profile.
All right, I'll try my best.
Not even an hour into the event, Rich was spotted by the car wizard, then kicked out by the Car Trek crew. And while I don't blame them, Rich is just too good of a friend to leave behind. So I drove him back to the hotel, but not before stopping to pick up a delicious Publix fried chicken. So guys, let me know your thoughts about our cheap Super Duty in the comments. I personally think it's in too far a poor shape to start throwing money at it and should just maybe send it back until something nicer comes along at the auction. If you agree with me, be sure to hit the like button. Also, make sure you're following me on Instagram and subscribe to the channel so you can see what next cheap auction mistake or gold mine lands in my lap. And as always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching today. I'll catch you very soon.